have to get gas. Gas stations, I'm always afraid that I'm gonna fill my car up with diesel. My car's not a diesel car. I don't even think this gas station has diesel, so I guess that I don't have to worry about that. So why am I up at 4 in the morning? Well, you know what? Like a little while ago, I was on my YouTube channel and I was noticing that everybody was posting my 5 a.m. 6 a.m. morning routine, and I realized nobody was talking about how they get up at that time, because it's fucking hard to get up at that time. So I've been getting up at that time at around 6 for like the past couple months, and before that around like 7 or 8. And I'm gonna share some of my tips on how to do that on my way to the beach for sunrise. Waking up early is not going to be, it's not gonna like save your grades, it's not gonna make you the most successful person ever. I see a lot of things where it's like, these CEOs wake up at 5 a.m. and that is a credit. That's why they're successful. Steve Jobs woke up at this time and that's why he was successful. And just because you wake up early doesn't mean that you're going to be more successful. So I think that's important to remember. It's also important to remember that not everybody functions the same. Like I'm super productive in the morning and that's why I wake up early, but some people are super productive at night. I want to be asleep by 11. Other people not so much. So if the mornings aren't for you, don't force yourself to do it. They're great, I love them, but don't force yourself to do it, okay? I used to wake up at 7 a.m. every day for high school, 0 period. I fucking hated it. It was the worst. I hated waking up early. I always looked like shit. Then in college, I had an 8 a.m. class, but because I commute into the city to go to Baruch, I would have to get up at like 6, maybe even earlier, so that I could get ready and take the hour-long commute into the city so I can get into my class on time. In this past winter break, I had nothing to do, so I was like, you should try meditating, because I'm really bad at it. I still am. I thought to myself, you need to start stretching, you need to start meditating. And I woke up at 7 one day to do it, and I realized that was when the sun was rising in the winter. So I thought, hell yeah, I'll wake up at sunrise and do some stretching and meditation. That is when I discovered that I really enjoy the morning and sunrises when I start them right, you know? Like when I had to rush to get ready to drive to school, did not like that. Or rush to get ready to go stand on a cold platform, did not like that. But when I got up early to go do something that I like I woke up at 3:45 this morning and I had no trouble getting up because I knew I was going to the beach. And so stretching and meditation kind of became that for me. And then all of a sudden, like, I'd be downstairs, I'd have the whole house to myself for like an hour, which was nice. And I'd make myself a breakfast and maybe I'd go for a walk, yada yada yada. Another thing that I ended up loving about mornings and waking up early at that time was that they made the days longer, especially being in the winter. From there, the sunrise started getting earlier and I started getting up earlier. It's kind of ironic that I'm filming this video right now though, because for the past 2.5 weeks, I have struggled so fucking much to get out of bed and to wake up at 6 and stay up at 6 and like go downstairs and go for my walk and go do stuff. I'm trying not to beat myself up over it, but I'm also trying to figure out why I'm struggling to do so much. Okay, my first tip, it's an obvious one, but go to bed early. If you're staying up until ungodly hours of the night, the likelihood of you being able to wake up early and feel good about it is very slim. I rarely stay up past midnight. Even when I'm with my friends, for the longest time, I would be the first one to fall asleep at sleepovers. Even if we were just like hanging out, having fun, if there was a couch and I ended up sitting on it, I probably would fall asleep if it was after midnight. My second tip is a little bit of a weird one. It's to keep your room warm and like at a comfortable temperature, like not too hot and not too cold. If it's too hot, you're gonna be waking up sweating in the middle of the night. If it's too cold in the morning, you're not gonna wanna get out of bed. My third tip, I think, is another common one, which is to leave your phone or your alarm on the opposite side of your room in another room if you can hear it from all the way over there. At first, I thought that that was a myth because I would do that and I would still have a lot of trouble getting up, but it works. It leads me to tip 3. I make my bed. I make my bed so that I don't feel inclined to get back in it. My 5th tip is what enabled me to get up early and like start my day, which is sleepy stretching. I literally, when I started waking up early, I would get up, roll out of bed, I would grab a blanket off of my bed, throw it on the floor, and just start stretching. Another thing that you can do instead of sleepy stretching, which I haven't tried, but I've read a lot of people saying that it works for them, is leaving your room as soon as you wake up, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, like splash water on your face, go to the kitchen, start making breakfast or something, just get out of your room immediately. My 6th tip is like a psychological thing, I guess. Give yourself something to look forward to in the morning. I look forward to watching the sunrise or going on a walk in the morning. On the odd occasion that I do wake up super early for the sunrise to come out here, because this is like 50 minutes away, I have to get up a little earlier, I have never had a problem doing so, even though I woke up at like 3:45 in the morning, just because it was an adventure. It was a little bit of a trip. I enjoyed it. My 7th tip, I've been struggling with it lately. Like I said, I have been having a hard time waking up at 6 a.m. for the past 2 weeks, but don't bring your phone into bed. Do not bring your phone into bed. You will be so much more inclined to keep hitting snooze on your alarm, which you shouldn't do, but if you do it, whatever. I know sometimes I'll set timers or new alarms if I have my phone in bed. I'll scroll through TikTok for literally an hour. Like, ugh. It's such a bad habit. Do not bring your phone to bed. It is going to be a distraction. Just get up. Oh, my last tip is to make gradual changes. If you wake up at 10 right now, don't just start waking up at 6, okay? Start at 9:30, then 9. If you force yourself into it right away, you're gonna end up hating mornings. You're gonna hate yourself for making yourself do that. You're gonna hate me for suggesting doing it. And we don't want any of that. I want you to love mornings, and I want you to love me, and I want you to love yourself above all. And remember, if it doesn't work right away, don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep trying. And then if it still doesn't work, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. Find another schedule. Or just keep trying. I don't know. Whatever you're up for, whatever you're game for. Kisses!